The 580 Show. Let's go. The 580 Show. Let's go. The 580 Show.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the 580 Show. Myself and world's strongest producer, Dante Petrella. Hit him with a flex, buddy.
You don't see that on too many podcasts, do you?
Just us this week. But it's actually a crazy week in Strongman, crazy weekend. Podcast releases on Sunday, so it's always like weekends when we have to film, before Saturday, before the shows take place. It's a little awkward because we're kind of like we're predicting something, talking about something, forecasting something that's already technically happened by the time it releases. So we're recording this on Friday, the 21st. This comes out on the 23rd. So crazy weekend in Strongman because you have America's Strongest Man and Woman in Chicago, Illinois. That's the 105s and the 82 women. So big show there. We'll talk a little bit about that. That's in Chicago, I think, like I said. And then overseas, you have the Kaos Classic, the 90 kg one, which is like probably to date since I've been in Strongman with weight classes. I mean, OSG, maybe just if you're saying take OSG out of the picture, it's the most stacked lineup I've ever seen for like one class in a show. This 90 kg, I think it's probably the most stacked weight class I've ever seen in any show. So it's Luke Davies overseas is running this show. I think they do stuff a little bit differently over there, like where they don't really have federations. It's kind of just like a promotion, like how we would have like a 580 promotion, like we would just do those shows with no like sanctioning, so they can just do it. I think they're offering up like a good amount of money, and that's a crazy show. Back in America's Strongest Teen is this weekend, which I think is pretty cool in California. So there's that. And those are, I mean, three big shows, very different shows, but all big shows in their own right. So, and we know people at every show. So that's kind of cool.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I think not the teens, but other than that, both shows would have.
I thought that one kid from 580 is doing it.
Yeah, he is. I guess I got ahead. My thoughts got ahead of what I was saying. I was gonna say we've had someone from each show on the pod.
Oh, okay.
So we've had a couple of the 90 kg guys on. Nick Hine, who's my favorite to win this weekend.
Man, he's coming off a real bad injury, so he's
Yeah.
a lot to prove to people, I guess.
Which is that show is pretty stacked too. I saw people complaining that it wasn't broadcasted, hihighlighted enough. That's neither here nor there.
They said that last year too, with like people not knowing about how to qualify and stuff. And
I mean, there probably is some truth to that, right? Like when you're hosting a show that has America's Strongest Man and Woman, should like carry that weight. That's a lot of weight to carry. Greatest country in the world, strongest country in the world, and you're claiming it's America's strongest show for those classes. It's like it probably should be promoted a little bit more, but it's not my job.
At least they made an Instagram this year. That helps for sure.
I think I don't
social
know if
media.
Yeah. I don't know if you and I were talking online or offline about it, but it seems like Strongman Corporation has kind of stepped up social media. Like, for example, they have a national Instagram page this year, right? They did an Arnold page for you and I, that we were able to follow along on Instagram, right? Things like that, because I think one thing that we need to see more in Strongman is like, I wish Frawley was here because we always bust his balls about it, but Facebook, right? Like, I know it's like 5 years ago when I started Strongman, there was no iron podium really. Like it was just kind of starting, like our first, I think maybe like our second or third year in a Strongman, right? Like that's when iron podium kind of took off, but everything was Facebook. Like if you didn't have a Facebook, you weren't, no rules changes, no weight changes. Like that's where everything was, right? So like, I think these federations are kind of getting with the times. Like
yeah, they're figuring it out.
Right. I would say like, I'm probably the reverse. I probably need to use Facebook and like other social medias more because we do everything pretty much like I do everything pretty much on Instagram and obviously YouTube. But like as far as social media, ours is all through Instagram. But I think the majority of lifters are on Instagram versus anything else because you post your lifts.
Yeah.
Follow each other, stuff like that. So it's cool to see. Like USS Nationals this year did event videos on Instagram. Strongman Corp has their big shows on Instagram now. So it's kind of getting with the times a little bit. I saw America's Strongest Teen was doing their event videos for the kids, stuff like that. But yeah, we actually have a member at 580 competing um at America's Strongest Teen, Mason Abbott. And he won Battle at the Bridge in a 4 kids in his class, the middleweight teen. So this would be his last year that he's able to do teens. So he wanted to kind of go out and do it, which is really cool. And then 105s, obviously we know Kate on the women's side. But
Jamie Shama's doing it too.
Yeah, and the classes are pretty impressive for the show. I know I don't know the Instagram page right off the top of my head, but you may be able to pull it up. I'll try to pull it up, but
this is called America's Strongest.
Okay. Yeah, I got it right here. But like when you start looking at the classes, I mean, like Jeff Lee, like he's a sleeper. Like I remember when Clash first started, he kind of had his like resurgence, remember? And then he was a huge member for Clash last year. He was a huge favorite to make the finals and even win. And then he missed the finals. Johnny was legend in the 105 class and strongman in general. He's a pro. All these guys are pros or were invited. Justin Loy's really good. Michael Congdon. Well, they say call him the Slice or whatever.
I have no idea.
I think I remember that from Clash. And then Zach McCarley, he's like a legend in the 105s. I don't know if you know him or not.
Dan Hughes is going to be there too.
Dan Hughes, obviously Bill Kendall, who's been on the pod.
Yeah.
Nick Hine, who I mentioned, has been on the pod. He's a friend of both of ours. I would say a Tyler Pruitt, who won nationals in 105s last year. Is he doing that?
I'm not sure.
For sure. He's on the list. Philip Brinkman, who did well at the Arnold. I remember watching him.
Yeah, him, John Parker, and Bill all got top 3 at the Arnold, I believe.
So that's a really, really impressive lineup right there. I mean, I didn't even mention everyone. So I would say probably Dan Hughes is the favorite. Just coming off OSG and stuff like that, right? But
honestly, I have no idea who the favorite is. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard people chirp about it really.
Yeah.
I've been out of the picture of talking about competitions for a while with some people. So obviously my favorite non-biased is Nick Hine. So
yeah. I like Bill, I like Nick. I'm rooting for those two more than anyone because they've both been on the pod and they're friends of ours.
Let's go top 2, Bill and Nick, calling it right now.
If Bill Kendall got podium at America's Strongest Man, that would be so insane to me. Because like he's just kind of burst on and he's a stud.
I know.
So I'm rooting for him a lot too. The women's side of things is crazy as well. Like I don't know everyone, but like we mentioned obviously Jamie and Kate, we know both them. Jessica Mitchell, Erin Walklet, I think is how you say her last name. She's a really impressive pro. There's just a really stacked group of men and women. So I'm going to tune into that live stream as well tomorrow and the Kaos Classic. So yeah, if you're a fan of watching Strongman, this is crazy weekend.
What time?
It's funny how that lines up.
I was gonna say like a time difference. What time is the Kaos Classic going to be streamed? Do you know?
It just says July 23rd. I don't know.
It's a good question. It doesn't matter since this will be released Sunday anyways. I was just curious.
Oh yeah, it's on. Yeah. I think it's on Sunday actually.
Oh, okay.
And then I know they have like that halftime show for the Kaos Classic. What I think is a really cool idea. They're doing they're going for the heaviest female deadlift ever done.
That'd be cool.
So that's really cool. Yeah. So I don't know what time it is. I don't see it in here, but Man, and they're doing the 80. So tomorrow is the 80 kg Britain's Strongest Man. So my class for Britain is the day before the other show. So it's 80 kg Britain's Strongest Man Saturday, and then the Kaos Classic 90 kg guys on Sunday. So that's crazy.
And it looks like ADL is flying over and filming it too.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, and like just looking at the lineup, it's nuts. You have Nikolai Myers, who I guess he did win OSG, right? He tied, but won, or was it vice versa? Did he get second?
I can't
It was
remember.
2 years ago, but he was a 90 kg, first or second OSG, and obviously one of the best. He circus dumbbell record, I'm pretty sure at the time. John Hack's a huge name.
Yeah, I'm
Coming
curious to
over.
see how he will do. Just
I
being
think
like
I think everyone's so curious about that because it's been flirted for like years, it seems,
he was
right?
supposed to do OSG like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't blame him for not if he's making money in powerlifting, but
I mean,
I've been
like
and
you see him, he just randomly picks up a log sometimes and hits like a
yeah,
300-pound log like it's nothing. It's the
and you,
shakiest arms.
yeah, and you know what I think's interesting is so Andrew Hanus, you obviously know Andrew, he's been on the
Yeah.
pod, super impressive athlete. He moved to Madison, Wisconsin,
Hmm.
and that's where John Hack lives. So they got to get, I saw on Instagram, they got to get multiple training sessions in together.
That's awesome.
So I'm curious, like under the watch of Andrew, if that helps John out more.
I
But
mean, I think it would. John definitely has an idea what he's doing. He's connections with
oh,
like
dude,
Lisi's and stuff too, but training with Hanus, who's very experienced, will
oh, dude,
definitely help.
and he's just a natural freak in strength sports. So
Agreed.
you have Nick O'Hare who's insane. So many guys I don't know, but Tyler Young,
Yeah, normally a
CJ,
231.
yeah, CJ Krause, who is sometimes an 80, sometimes a 90, whatever. Ben Donen, I'll be curious to see how he does. Tyler Davis is like probably unanimously the number 190 in the world. From Alabama. He won
Hmm.
OSG this past year. He won Clash, I believe, right? Did he win? No, he didn't win Clash. He won
No,
OSG and what's the other big show? Crap. What did he
he
win?
didn't do nationals, did he?
No. Uh dude, I'm having a huge brain fart.
Let me see if it's on his Instagram.
Yeah, go check him out. But yeah, Nick Myers did win OSG. Yeah, I what did freaking he win? I know he won something else that was big, but I can't remember it.
His description says world's strongest 90 kg man, OSG world's 22, ultimate world's 22.
Oh yeah, he won that Ultimate World Strongest. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, in the 105s or the 90s. I mean, sorry. And Derek Owens, um, Josh Lancaster, who was on this pod, just crazy. So many. I'm not naming every single person that's competing, but it's an insane lineup.
Hmm.
So
Seems like a lot of 80s are going up.
yeah, yeah, I think so. I'll be curious how Ben Donen does because he obviously had this crazy tear at 80 and he's broken like every record, the deadlift record, the circus dumbbell record, the axle clean and press record. And he could probably break every one he wants, right? But he's tried to do the 90s at the Arnold and I think he ripped his hand open like you
Yeah, I think his
actually.
hands are worse than me because he got in. I remember seeing pictures. It was like all in his fingers and stuff too.
Yeah.
So
So
like,
I'll
I
be
mean, he still didn't get last, but like that tearing your hands open like that really impacts anything, no matter how good of an athlete you are.
right. So I'll be really curious to see how that goes. And then like I said, uh America's Strongest Teen. It seems like this year is kind of the first year since I've been around Strongman. It's kind of picking up a little bit of traction. Seems like they're trying to do more and more with it, which I think is cool because obviously that's how you funnel new people in the sport, get it going at a young age.
Right.
I would love to host teen nationals one year because we have so many teens in this area that I think would want to do it. It's obviously probably a lot for a teen to travel to Sacramento, as it would be for someone from Sacramento to travel to Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
So
it's just like you said for teens, like they gotta rely on their parents for travel
yeah,
and stuff, and half the time their parents don't even know what they're doing half the time, and
right. But
so
it's really cool. I think it's cool to have something to
oh
highlight.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Like my little cousin Santino, he loves doing strongman stuff. It gives him something to do and get stronger and stuff. So seeing the teens get more traction and stuff definitely helps. That's what ultimately is gonna help grow the sport. Start younger and work their way up. So
Yeah. That's one thing I like about USS Nationals I've never been there. Um, but one thing I do like about their format is that it's a one-stop shop for everyone in nationals for their federation.
hmm
It's probably harder. It probably makes it harder to run versus Strongman Corp, who just does like the open nationals and then the masters, and they have a teen.
right.
But you know, if you're a teen and you get to go to USS Nationals, it's probably cool to like you see all the bigger guys, the guys that you look up to. Like
hmm
hey, I want to be the heavyweight champ, like that guy is. So that's one thing I like about because they get the feel of everyone being there and feeling equal. If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Hopefully we get to experience that. I think next year we're talking about trying to qualify for that one. So
Yeah, yeah,
we'll see.
yeah. It'll be. I like the events for next year. I think we pissed people off because we said they were some of the weight major.
I mean, whatever. That's what we do. We start the fire sometimes, and I mean, we don't say anything bad. We just speak our mind. Nothing's wrong.
Yeah. Uh, but yeah, it's crazy. Like I was saying, it's funny how weekends in strongman line up.
Yeah,
Like it's nuts. Like, the busiest weekend of the year this year in strongman is August 19th. It's wild. Do you notice that?
yeah. And
Like,
then there'll be nothing for like another month or two.
yeah, like Ohio's strongest is doing like the record breakers through PSL and they're hosting like their big show. It's right in our neck of the woods. We've
Yeah,
been there the last 2 years. Um, and this is just like in our area. There's Maryland Strongest Man, but then there's the Strongman Corporation regionals. There's the OSG regionals. Um, and one more big one I can't remember, but it's crazy. Like right in our little region, within like a 6-hour drive of each other, there's 4 really big shows.
yeah. 6 hours
So
is not bad for like travel for strongman, especially if you want to
no,
find like a good show to go to.
yeah, and they're all on the same weekend. So,
Yeah. So pick your
but yeah,
poison.
yeah, I'll be curious, see what people thought of all the shows, tuning in, stuff like that. Comment what shows you watched, what live streams were the best, stuff like that. Um, and yeah, we do have the deadlift championship coming up soon. Just want to throw a reminder out to anyone that's still thinking about signing up. We got a week.
When's the last day for that one? Is
This
that
is
next week?
it's yeah Friday,
Okay.
so you got to sign up this week. $25 on Iron Podium. If you need the link, just message us. It's $25. You get a contest shirt, unlimited attempts. We're just coming down to 580, and everyone's pulling a heavy single, and we're just gonna all try to hit PRs. So
Yeah,
there's gonna be an awesome live stream for free on our YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. We're just a couple subscribers. Maybe by the time this comes out, we hit 500, but who knows?
yeah. And once we
But
hit 500,
yeah.
we'll reveal our next goal for subscribers, which will also include a massive giveaway to give back to the
It,
strongman community.
Yeah, and like you're being real. Like it's not like a small giveaway, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know if people will like it or not, but it's not
I
in
mean,
my opinion,
like I'm
it's
saying,
pretty
like
cool.
this isn't like a career or anything. So if we can like people are helping us out by growing our traction, so it's the least we can do is help give back to the community a little bit.
So yeah, maybe, hopefully, if you're watching this, we have 500 subscribers. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's free on YouTube. You literally go to 580 Barbell. If you're a listener, whenever you're done driving, walking, whatever, go to YouTube, 580 Barbell. Just hit subscribe. It's free.
Yeah.
No charge to you. But maybe next week, Dante, will be able to announce, like kind of have
The layout, kind of like a guideline
yeah,
of
the
how we want to do it.
layout and have everything announced and for our giveaway, because we want, like Dante said, people helping us grow our channel and spread the word. We want to give back to Strongman. So it's gonna be really
And
fun.
ultimately, if this giveaway goes well, it could lead down to more potential, even bigger giveaways in the future. And all we want to
100%.
do is help give back. So that's all we want to
Yeah,
do. It's the only
100%.
way the sport's going to grow is if people want to help each other grow. So
Yeah. Yeah. So said it's free. Go subscribe. We'll have a big announcement. How's Nationals prep going?
didn't start yet.
How's it in your mind? Are you ready for nationals? Like
I
you
am ready for
you getting
nationals.
excited?
I am. I'm being an idiot and playing in a rugby tournament this weekend, and that's going to be like the end of my off
Yeah.
season. And then Monday will probably start. I
Yeah.
guess Monday will technically start nationals prep. I guess we're doing the 580 deadlift championship, which kind of
We're
is like
still
a
12.
brief. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
still yeah, like you
We're
said, but
12
it's a
weeks
brief
away.
intermission. So a deadlift from the floor isn't going to hurt anything. But
Yeah.
like you said, we'll be fine.
Yeah. Next weekend, if you're listening now on as this episode drops, next weekend we'll be out in what is it? Greenfield, Ohio?
Greenville, I think.
Greenfield, Ohio.
Yeah, that's what it is. I
For
was
the
both wrong.
small town strength challenge. We'll be rooting on our good friend, listener to the pod, gym member Nick Ferrantino as he goes for a nationals bid in the super heavyweight. So hopefully that's another member we can get to nationals this year. So we'll have another video of that right on our YouTube. So you'll
Yep.
be able to find another competition vlog, travel vlog, whatever. It'll be me, Dante, and Nick going out to Ohio. So that'll be fun.
Rumor
Little
has
quick
it
turn.
Josh might be doing 231 at that show.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But but yeah, we'll have a little level vlog next or like a week and a half from now if you're
Yeah, so
listening.
not
So
next weekend, but like probably like the weekend after.
yeah. We usually get the videos out by like middle of the week, like Wednesday after we're done
Yeah,
training.
it's a good
So
for me the way
so,
I work and stuff, it's easy for me to edit the videos real quick and still be able
yeah.
to put out a good content by Wednesday. So
Yeah.
and
Dante has a quick turn.
yeah, comment what you guys like on these videos too. I want to make sure I'm like putting the stuff out that you guys want to see.
Right.
So,
Yeah, it's crazy. If you go to our YouTube, you can watch pretty much every style, like us do like funny challenges stuff. And we're gonna probably do another one this summer where we're gonna golf. So that'll be fun to watch. But you can watch every competition pretty much we've gone to in the last couple years.
mhm.
Obviously there's some we didn't capture, but almost all our videos where we travel together, do the actual competition, etc. We have the podcast is on there every week. We started doing like instructional videos. We're also going to start. Dante's trying to get me to do shorts, and I keep forgetting, but we are going to start releasing shorts, and messing around with that more. So like, comment what you like Dante said, what we can do better. If I posted today actually instructional videos because the log, we got a lot of good feedback on that. How to
Mhm.
do like just quick steps on log. If we can just hop on and do like a quick 3-4 minute video to help someone out, it's fun for us. So yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like a cookie cutter little how-to video. It can just be like if you're missing a tip on like how to load or something, or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're stuck at the lockout point on a press, or your squat out of the hole sucks. Like we have a lot of people with a lot of knowledge of the gym that could definitely help out. So
Right. Right. So yeah, just make sure you subscribe to the channel, comment what you want to see, just DM us whatever you want to see, and we'll try to make it happen. And yeah, I think that's it for this week. I don't think there's anything else crazy going on. Buy Grit Mountain, buy horsepower, creatine. I have some left in stock. I'm gonna be doing a big restock, but yeah, we will see you guys all next week for episode 137.
peace.